Hey, 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 it's Priscilla, the Single Parent Nation podcast host, and welcome back to the Single Parent Nation podcast. Today, we are doing part three of answering my own questions. Okay, so today we're talking about parenting and everyday life. So if you missed either part one or two, make sure you go back and hear part one and part two because what I'm doing in this series of four episodes is answering my own questions. Whenever I have guests, single parents on my show as guests, I ask them general questions about their challenges, how they overcame them, what's one thing that they would tell themselves if they had to start over. Today, I'm the guest. I'm answering my own very questions, and this is part three, which is parenting and everyday life. So, a day in my life as a single mom isn't glamorous, it's real. It's waking up early, it could be 4 a.m., it could be 5 a.m. It's, between my job, the kids' schedule, and just building my business, my legacy, my empire. I have to be intentional about my time. And literally, I'm OCD. I schedule everything. I try to start each morning with something grounding, which is, before I even open my eyes, it's a prayer. When I do wake up, if it's reading a scripture, if it's doing gratitude, if it's journaling, also just having some quiet few minutes before the world starts pulling me apart, right? Before you hear, Mommy, Mommy, Priscilla, Priscilla. Before the phone starts ringing, I just have a moment to myself. I believe that single parenting, really taught me to be more disciplined and more structured because if I do not have a schedule, I'm basically going to wing it throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to feel guilty because I'm going to feel like or be like, what did I do the entire day? So discipline and structure matters in my house, but so does love. I've learned that my kids don't need a perfect mom, but a present mom. And I tell my kids all the time, I'm not perfect, right? No, we talk openly about emotions, accountability, and dreams, and we support each other as much as possible. Some of the times we do not understand each other, but we keep it moving. Now, I want to see them as humans, not superhumans, because that teaches them grace. Finances used to be a huge source of stress. Learning to budget on one income taught me discipline and to be on a financial diet. Now, I didn't know I had that discipline. I really didn't until I was being tested, right? So I learned to simplify. And becoming a minimalist also taught me to simplify my life even more. So becoming a minimalist isn't just about the aesthetic, it became a survival strategy for me. Not even just a survival strategy, a thriving strategy. I downsized, prioritized my needs, and started building passive income streams. So every dollar now has a purpose. Community is another lifeline. For a very long time, I tried doing everything by myself, and I thought that being independent meant doing it all by myself. But that's not what independence means. We're not meant to do it all by ourselves. So you need to create a community, whether it's a paid community, a free community, whatever community. And I mean, when I say community, you may have to have a babysitter, you may hire a nanny, you may have to ask a family member or a friend to help you, right? You may go, listen, I also created a community on Facebook. It's called Single Parents Worldwide. Go ahead, it's free. Join. We can talk about our challenges, how we, can overcome them. Maybe someone can help you to overcome your challenge. You never know. It could be me, it could be somebody else. If we share our ideas and how we overcome our challenges, that will help somebody. You never know. So go to Facebook, look for Single Parent Nation Worldwide, and join that group. That's a free community to you. Whether it's friends, again, when it comes to community, whether it's friends, faith circle, or a single parent circle, having people who I get to make it all the difference, having people who get to make all the difference, it helps so much. Now, co-parenting, that's a chapter that takes humility and growth. It's not perfect, but I focus on what's best for me and also what's best for my kids. And I learned to release and create emotional safety for myself, for my kids. And the peace is worth more than anything else. It's worth more than being right. Now, every day is different, but the goal is the same: to create a home filled with love, laughter, and healing energy. And that's my job for my kids. If this episode resonates with you, or if you feel like this episode can help someone, a single parent, whether it's a single mom or a single dad, please feel free to share it with them, whether you're on Apple, YouTube, or Spotify. Also, make sure you go and check out the Single Parents Worldwide page on Facebook. I'll see you next time. This is our third part to answer my own questions. Next week, it's going to be part 4, which is growth, dreams, and legacy. See you next time.